Curiosity killed the cat, but a lack of curiosity kills happiness in retirement. It is a proven fact, at least our research has shown over the last decade or more, that happy retirees have statistically more core pursuits or hobbies on steroids, we're going to talk about today and how to find them, than unhappy retirees. Happy retirees average 3.6 core pursuits. Unhappy retirees average 1.9. So almost 4 and less than 2. Huge difference between these two camps. But in America, where we are so good at working, and we're good at saving and investing, we're not so good at finding all of these outside interests or hobbies or pursuits, core pursuits, aka hobbies on steroids, that are able to take us into retirement for this full life of purpose, this full life of enjoyment. So if you have trouble finding what these core pursuits are, we've actually designed a quiz or what we call the Core Pursuit Finder, where you're able to online, and there's a link below here in this video, to take the Core Pursuit Finder. What are some of the things that you might want to explore so you can build a list of lots and lots of core pursuits that you absolutely love to do? Now, I think we fall into two camps. You've got some folks that have almost an abundance of core pursuits and maybe too many things. So you're trying to whittle down what are your 3 to 5 core pursuits you can actually spend time on. And then folks that have maybe just worked too much or been too involved with business or too involved with family or too involved with something or being a caretaker, and you've never given yourself the time to focus in on finding and cultivating these core pursuits. Core pursuits are also a little bit like saving money. We want to start it early, and it's a lifelong pursuit in finding new core pursuits that we love. By the way, what is a hobby on steroids? Well, a core pursuit or hobby on steroids is something that you really love to do. I think of golf as an example, and I do happen to be a golfer. I didn't start golfing until I was almost 40, but it's become a real core pursuit, meaning that I love it. Now, if you're a golfer, you don't play golf once or twice a year. Then if you do that, you're not really a golfer. If you're a golfer, you kind of want to play golf whenever you can. Maybe it's once every single month, maybe it's once every single week, but if you ask somebody who golf's a core pursuit, they're going to play all the time. They're going to do golf trips. They're going to think about golf. They're going to follow golf pages on Instagram and Facebook. They're going to talk about golf with their golf buddies and where to go to the best golf courses in the world. It becomes a real part of your identity and one of the main things you're thinking about and pursuing, and it's so critical to have many of these in retirement. It can be something completely the opposite of golf. It could be riding horses. If you ride horses, you don't ride a horse once a year, you ride a horse every chance you can get. Maybe it's pickleball or tennis. Maybe it is traveling. You don't want to travel once a year. You want to travel every month if you have the time and inclination and can afford it in retirement. By the way, top number 1 core pursuit for happy retirees happens to be volunteering. It's the number 1 core pursuit. Again, think of all the different ways we can or you could volunteer and all the different organizations that you could spend your time with helping a cause that you believe in. It gives you purpose, and most importantly, some of my favorite core pursuits or core pursuits that really lead towards happiness in retirement have some sort of social connectedness component or a social epicenter. One of my favorite statistics about happy retirees is they have at least one core or social epicenter. The definition here for a social epicenter is an organized group that regularly gets together once a month or at least once a month. That group of like-minded individuals that you're scheduled to continue to connect with has a tremendous benefit on your socialization, social connectedness, and then of course all together pursuing the same cause, if you will, for where you're volunteering. So we have 5 tips for you to help you find core pursuits. Number 1, tap into your professional skills. So this might entail you tutoring what you used to teach or consulting at a company in the same vein of what you used to work at full time. By the way, part-time work can be a core pursuit when you're in retirement. Number 2, if you have any sort of trade skills, be it landscaping, carpentry, an electrician, or anything that makes you handy, there's a tremendous need here in the United States for those skills, and it can become a core pursuit for you. Number 3, let your creativity flow. Maybe you're a musician, a photographer, an artist. There are so many opportunities for you to put that creativity that might just be you in your house most of the time to a larger group or a larger purpose. If you're a musician, maybe you finally join a band. If you're an artist, maybe you finally start teaching or taking art classes. If you're a photographer, maybe you start contributing some of your work to a publication in your community. Number 4, how about becoming a member of a board? Companies, nonprofits, neighborhood associations, schools have a tremendous need for people to volunteer their time and expertise on their boards. This might be as simple as doing a deep dive and searching for board opportunities around you. Number 5, if you're an animal lover, there's so much for you to contribute to. And it can be a wonderful core pursuit. Whether it's a humane society, an animal shelter, or a charity or nonprofit that utilizes the help of animals, there's so many opportunities for animal lovers, and it can become a wonderful core pursuit. Just remember, it's never too late to start cultivating time for yourself and your core pursuits. A quick shout out to my colleague and friend Kristen Curcio, who put this list together. You can find it at wesmoss.com.